Hello everyone, and welcome to CNN World SST. Today, we're taking a closer look at the 1982 Lincoln penny. You might think of it as just another penny, but this particular coin could be hiding a value that goes far beyond just 1 cent. We're going to explore its history, design, and the factors that could make your 1982 Lincoln penny worth a lot more. Make sure to stay with us until the end of the video, where we'll reveal how much this coin could be worth today. The 1982 Lincoln penny is a fascinating coin with a unique history. It was struck during a transitional period in U.S. coinage, a time when the U.S. Mint decided to change the composition of the penny due to rising copper prices. Before 1982, pennies were composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving them a distinctive, heavier feel. However, as the cost of copper increased, it became more expensive to produce pennies than their face value. So, in 1982, the Mint began transitioning to a new composition, 97.5% zinc with just a thin copper plating, making the penny lighter and less costly to produce. The transition wasn't instantaneous though, which makes the 1982 penny series particularly interesting to collectors. Both copper and zinc pennies were minted in 1982, and differentiating between the two can be challenging without the right tools. But don't worry, we'll get into how to identify which type you might have a bit later in this video. The 1982 Lincoln penny features the familiar design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that has been in use since 1909, when it was introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The obverse design, created by Victor David Brenner, showcases Lincoln's right-facing profile, with the words "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1982 along with the mint mark D for the Denver Mint to the right. On the reverse, you'll find the iconic image of the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The words "United States of America" arch above the memorial, with the phrase "E pluribus unum" below it. The denomination 1 cent is prominently displayed at the bottom. The key difference in the 1982 pennies, as mentioned earlier, lies in their composition. The copper pennies from this year weigh about 3.11 grams, while the zinc pennies are lighter, weighing around 2.5 grams. This difference in weight is one of the primary ways to tell which type of 1982 penny you have. What makes the 1982 Lincoln penny particularly special? It's all about the composition and the scarcity of certain types. While millions of both copper and zinc pennies were produced, it's the copper versions that tend to be more sought after by collectors, especially if they're in mint condition or have unique characteristics, such as a strong strike or lack of wear. The fact that 1982 was a transitional year adds an element of intrigue. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins from transitional periods, because they often come with varieties, errors, or other features that can make them more valuable. For the 1982 penny, one of the key varieties that collectors seek is the large date and small date versions. The difference between these two is subtle but significant to collectors. Large date pennies have a thicker, more pronounced 2 in the date, while the small date pennies have a thinner, more delicate 2. Additionally, there are known errors among the 1982 pennies, such as the famous 1982 small date copper penny. This particular variety was not supposed to be struck in copper at the Denver Mint, as all small date pennies were intended to be zinc. However, a few copper examples were struck, and these are extremely rare and valuable, fetching thousands of dollars at auction. If you're wondering whether your 1982 Lincoln penny could be one of the valuable ones, there are a few steps you can take to find out. First, check the weight of the coin. If you have a precise scale, weigh your penny. If it's closer to 3.11 grams, you likely have a copper penny. If it's around 2.5 grams, it's the zinc version. While both types can have value, the copper pennies, especially in mint condition or with unique errors, are generally more desirable. Next, examine the date closely. Look for the small date or large date varieties and see which one matches your coin. The small date versions are generally more sought after, especially if they're made of copper. Lastly, consider the overall condition of the penny. Coins that have been well preserved with little to no wear are much more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. If your penny is in exceptional condition, it might be worth having it professionally graded by a coin grading service, which can help determine its exact value. If you're hoping to find a valuable 1982 Lincoln penny, the good news is that they're still out there in circulation. Check your pocket change, coin jars, or rolls of pennies for 1982 coins. You can also visit coin shops, attend coin shows, or browse online marketplaces like eBay to see if you can spot a potential treasure. When it comes to selling a valuable penny, it's important to do your homework. Research what similar coins have sold for recently, and consider having your coin appraised by a professional if you believe it's particularly valuable. When listing your coin for sale online, make sure to include clear, high-quality photos and detailed descriptions to attract serious buyers. The Lincoln penny has been a beloved coin for over a century, and its design has become an iconic part of American currency. The 1982 Lincoln penny, with its unique place in numismatic history, continues to be a favorite among collectors, particularly those who appreciate the nuances of coin varieties and the story behind the transition from copper to zinc. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who enjoys the thrill of finding something valuable in your change, the 1982D Lincoln penny is a coin worth paying attention to. So, after all this talk about the history, design, and potential value of the 1982D Lincoln penny, how much could your coin be worth? If you have a 1982D Lincoln penny, especially one in excellent condition or with a unique characteristic like a small date or a minting error, it could be worth up to $500. That's right, a penny that might have been sitting unnoticed for decades could actually bring you a significant return. Thank you for joining us today on CNN World SST as we explored the intriguing story of the 1982D Lincoln penny. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories and valuable discoveries. Who knows, your next coin could be worth much more than you think. Keep collecting, and we'll see you in the next video.